friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I want to talk about me being 32. So as many of you may know, because you may follow me on social media or you may be family or friends, I am 32. I know some people don't believe it, but I am. But it's truly a blessing to be here still, living through life, being able to afford life and raise my daughter and everything, and to see another year. So I just wanted to talk about what I guess more so like how I feel now at 32. A lot of things have changed for me in a good way. Honestly, I really when I was younger, like teenage years in my early 20s, I used to think that being 30 was really old. But now that I'm 32, it's not old. And it doesn't feel old either. It's just like sometimes I look back over my life and I'm like, oh my goodness, where did time go? Because it's like you just blink and then you're 30 years old, and then you yarn and now you're 32 years old. So that's kind of what had happened to me. I'm very grateful, like I said, though, at the end of the day, because we all know the alternative. If you don't want to live to your 30s or 40s, 50s, whatever, because you think, oh, that's old. Well, the only other alternative means that you wouldn't be here anymore. So let's be appreciative of getting older. It's really a blessing. It truly is. Yes, things happen. Like now I don't feel like I can just eat all the junk food I want to eat. Like I used to in my 20s. I'm not as motivated, like as far as like I used to just run and do things like there'd be times where I just couldn't wait to do something, like whether it's going shopping or going on trips and things like that. Now I'm just like, I just can't wait to get into my bed, have a nice peaceful day, nice peaceful evening, have me a glass of wine and just relax, watch my favorite TV show, watch me a movie. And that's a great night to me. In my 20s, especially like 20 to about 26, 27, I was looking for the hottest club, looking for the best parties to hit. And now I'm chill. And so I appreciate that. Like, I didn't think that would be something that I ever would look over and say, okay, I'm glad I'm not a clubber anymore. I'm glad I don't party like that anymore. But honestly, I truly am, because, my age, it's kind of like it just forced me to slow down because I'm getting older. So my body's like, I need more rest. You need to stop running around like you're crazy. Let's just enjoy life, but a day at a time, and stop trying to live like you done lost your mind. And yeah, I mean, being 32 is it honestly, I swear, I feel like I stretched. I got up one day and I just said, thank you, God, for another day. And I stretched, and then it was like I was 30 at that time, and then after I did that stretch, I was 32. Well, I am 32. So honestly, time went so fast. But I learned a lot, things that I never thought that I could do. I have proven it to myself that I can. And so God has given me time, as far as, time in life, and I've been motivated. I had different things occur in life, like having a child young, had my daughter at 18. I grew up from that. That was something that was really scary when I first went through it. But here I am. My daughter is 14 years old and we're doing great. She's healthy. She's safe. I'll make sure that she's protected at all times. And, I'll make sure that I take care of her first before I do things that I want to do. I'll make sure that she's going to be safe. And so that's a blessing. Saving money, I've started to learn how to save up my money and be more mature with my money, more responsible. So that's a blessing. I'm on my second degree. Actually, my last day of school was on Saturday, this past Saturday. So that was truly a blessing. I think that was April 12th. I think it was April 12th. I mean, April 12th, April 10th. Correct me if I'm wrong. Time it's just all folds together for me now. But April 10th or whatever, April 9th or 10th. That was my last day of school. So this was a special birthday because I got my bachelor's degree now in social work. And then a few days later, I turned 32 and it was very beautiful. I had a lot of love. My friends and family came together and just showered me with so much love. And it was so great not to be worrying about what club I was going to go to. I had to find the sexiest outfit to hit up a club somewhere. It was just nice just to do grown woman stuff. Like I went to breakfast and then I went shopping and it was just real nice and peaceful. I took that time for myself. I did the shopping by myself because I needed that time. My baby girl was in school. I had already spent time with my family for breakfast. So I wanted to do something for me, something that just said happy birthday to me. Instead of having other people show me or make me have a good day, I wanted to give that to myself. So that's what I did. I took myself shopping. That's something I love to do. And I just walked down the aisles and just was in peace and quiet and just looking at every little thing I wanted to look at. Took my time, bought me a few things, and went on about my day. And then after that, I went wine tasting, which was very fun. And then I went out to dinner. So it was all special to me. Yesterday was very, very special for me. So I don't know. I mean, turning 32 was definitely a blessing. So um, don't be afraid if you're in your 20s still or you're a teenager. Don't be afraid. 30s is beautiful. You grow into yourself. You grow into your own beauty. I feel like the older I get, the better I look. So, and that's not even just look wise, but the better I look in the way I carry myself, in the way that I talk, the way that I show up and present myself. I feel like I just look so much better as I age. So that's something to look forward to. It's wisdom. You're growing and you're learning things in life, and you go through some things and you fall a few times, you get back up, and then when you're in your 30s, it's like, okay, I know how to handle this now. Now if you're going through something, it's like, yes, I get it now. I know how to handle this. You're not freaking out. You're not crying on the floor. You put your big girl panties on or your big man drawers, whatever you want to say, and you just get up and you continue moving because you handled it before. You made it through before, especially if you're in your 30s or older than I am. You already know you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. And so some people I'm old, but to most people, I'm still fairly young. So that's to have gone through as much as I've gone through. I've been through a lot. I've been through a whole lot, but I don't look like what I've been through. And I thank God for that every day, because there were times in my 20s that I allowed myself to look like what I went through, or what I had gone through, or what I was going through. And now, since I've entered into my 30s, it's just feel like so much of that dead weight has fallen off of me. And I've just blossomed and I've grown, and I just feel like I know I'm the same woman, but I'm not the same woman. And let me tell you something about that saying. I used to say, that old me is dead and gone. And then one day, God reminded me, like, if the old you is dead and gone, then you'll be dead and gone. And it kind of didn't, to me, I was like, that don't make sense. Like, why am I thinking like this? That don't make sense. But it does, because wherever you're at in life right now, blessingly living a healthy life, and you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, wherever you're at right now in life, whatever happened to you in childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, on up, that all lives in you. Like, it helped you to become who you are. So there's still that little girl. There's still that little girl inside of me. And my real name is Shamika, but I go by Mika because that's the adult me. That's the mother to Shamika, if that makes sense. So that little girl, she still lives in me, but she's a constant reminder of how far and how blessed I have been, that I've grown to where I am now. That's how I look at it. And if I allow her to die, how can I say that my past helped me to be where I am now? If I ignore her, how would I I appreciate where I am in life right now? How would I learn to appreciate my higher power for blessing me to make it past that and to get past those areas in my life where I'm not proud of and where I've had pain and hurt and disappointment? How could I? And if I let her die, how can I be a voice to those who may be going through something similar to whatever I've experienced in life? You know, she has to come up sometimes. I have to allow her to come up sometimes. When I see somebody, you know, getting super drunk, being that old me that I used to be, I used to do that. I used to get drunk, wearing the mini skirts to the clubs, had to find the tightest, shortest dresses and high heels that I barely could walk in. You know, I used to do that kind of stuff. And if I say that old me is dead and gone, you know, like, okay, so if you're a person that's needing some advice, we all need advice. So you're somebody who needs advice. And let's say the person that can give you advice is in the graveyard. You're telling me you're going to go to the graveyard because that person said that person's dead. You're going to go to the graveyard and try to get advice from that person that can't give you advice because they're dead. I mean, you get what I'm trying to say? So I think I've redirected my thoughts and I stopped thinking that way. I started thinking now, no, that person still lives in me because she's a part of me. I am her, she is me. But I've learned how to parent her. And so when she does start to come up, because you're never going to fully become something else. And I think that's what we all need to understand. We're never going to fully transform into somebody. You can change your name. You can change your behaviors. You can stop going to the club. You can stop partying. You can stop having sex. You can stop looking at TV shows that may not be healthy for you or you felt wasn't healthy for you. You can stop all that and try to be this whole new person. But I promise you, that same you is in you. It's always going to be in you. And you just learn how to deal with it better. You learn how to cope with it. Like, I'm sure you may be like, oh, I don't curse anymore. I don't fight people no more. But if somebody cuts you off in traffic, that person, that old you, is going to creep up on you and you're going to want to snap back to the old ways. But then, it's in those moments that you can talk to that child, that young you, and say, hey, we're not doing that no more. You know, when that comes up, and then you can be happy and grateful. Like, I've grown so much. It's a constant reminder. That's what I believe. But, you know, we all can look at it our own way. I'm not saying that you have to believe what I believe, but I do believe that the old you isn't dead and gone. The old you you've learned how to parent that old you a lot better. You now know how to control that old you, if that makes sense, because we still need that old you. Sometimes you're going to have to show up and be like, hey, those memories have to stay alive. So I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, if you let that person die instead of you, the person, mentally die, then those memories go to the grave with that person, with your thought of you burying your old self. You need those because we're all here to help somebody else. So it's very important that we can still tap into that, even if it hurts us so bad. We can tap into it and say, I've gone through that before. And this is what I had to do. And then this is what I did. And this is how I got past it. You sit in a moment with them and you can empathize with them. And you understand their situation because you've been there and you were put into their life. You were blessed to cross their path for a reason. It's because you had something to offer them that maybe people in their life didn't have to offer them. So your story matters. That person that you used to be still matters. Don't deny that old person. I know we all have shame. We all have things we dislike, and we all have things that we want to just, hurry up and just throw away, get past it. But I honestly believe that we have to not deny that person, to not deny our old ways, and not just try to bury our old self, and just know that it's okay. I've been through that. I did this. I said that. This is how, I affected people, and this is how I allowed people to affect me. But this is where I am now. So that's what I'm doing now in my 30s. And now at 32, that's what I sit with, and I learn how to parent me. And instead of looking for other people to love me and to give me what I feel like I need and I want, I learn to reach inside and to see what love I need to give myself at all stages. Wherever that hurt is, I learn to love it. Wherever that pain is, I've learned to love it. What, and it doesn't mean love it like, oh yeah, I'm jumping for joy, because I did this or this happened. But I'm just saying love it as far as, yes, you hurt in that moment. It's okay to feel it, but I love you, and you are important. You have purpose, and you've been blessed to make it past this, if that makes sense to you, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so for me, 32 is looking beautiful. A lot of great things are happening right now for me, which I will talk to you guys about at a later time, because you don't want to talk too fast. So as things are working out for me, I'm just going to say things are working out for me. But once I get there, once I start doing the things that are working out for me, I'll let you know. But yes, I am very grateful. 32, like I said, living and trying to do the best I can to live out my purpose and to bring love and joy to the world and joy to people who will allow me to love them. Because no matter what, I love you regardless. You can hate me, but I'm still gonna love you. So that's just me, my personality, and I just really believe that's what we're supposed to do anyway. So I'm here to just embrace and enjoy where I am right now in life, and know that I'm constantly changing, and 30s feel beautiful. And I honestly, if you're not 30 yet, or if you're not even close to 30, I can't wait for it for you. It's just like when I turned 30, it's like that whole, like, all the chapters of my 20s just kind of like sealed closed, and 30 was just like, like a breath of fresh air. It's like I was let out of prison or something. So that happened. And then, like I said, it goes fast though, because I was just 30 yesterday and now I'm 32. So I just wanted to share that all with you all, and I don't know when you'll be watching this video. So my birthday is April 14th. So happy birthday, happy belated birthday to all my April 14th babies and everyone else too. We all have a birthday, obviously. So happy birthday to you all. And if you have one that already passed, like myself, happy belated birthday. And I pray that God continues to bless you, and you just continue to enjoy life and figure it out. Enjoy whatever you got going on. Love yourself, and just know that you're loved. So until next time, bye.